welcome to Der999 Unboxes! One day, unboxes! Google Stadia, Founders Edition. And there's fine, yes. Even with my Xbox One, my PS4, my Nintendo Switch. Oh, well, you actually still need a Nintendo Switch even if you have this service. And the mass computers, I decided to get Google Stadia. Why, you might be asking? Well, I'm a YouTuber. I make content for the internet, so I decided to make content for the internet and also test out something that may not have a long lifespan. Most importantly, it's a really nice controller. A really nice blue controller, and I wanted it because I collect controllers. If you did not already tell by the majority of videos in this playlist. Or, well, it used to be anyway. I haven't done many controller unboxings recently, but still. So, that's the reason why I got Google Stadia, is because I just wanted to try it, and it came with a nice controller. It also comes with it also comes with a Chromecast Ultra, which is nice. Which, by the way, yes, I did get my code. I know there's some. I actually got my code today. I received this 2 days ago. So even if I received this a day ago at a schedule, even if I unboxed it or not be able to play Google Stadia, I would have a controller. That'd be pretty cool. That's about it. Also, I'm hoping I can use this controller for co-op on PC. I hope it can be used for any game, not just Google Stadia. It should act as a normal Bluetooth controller. I don't know that though. So we'll find out. Alright, but anyway, so moving on over here. Let's get started. Cool. By the way, the Founders Edition was like 124 or 129 or 149. I forgot which. And I got this basically when you first were able to pre-order. You can't get this anymore other than getting it used, of course. And your code comes in an email. One place for all the ways we play. Not that tagline, I must admit. And basically, I also might be wondering with my console and PC lifestyle, why I, like, what are my thoughts about Google Stadia at all? Simply because it requires such a high internet connection, which you need unlimited, which my parents and my sister don't have unlimited internet, nor is it the fastest in the world. So they probably couldn't take advantage of Google Stadia. Actually, definitely won't be able to because of the internet cap. They're afraid of me downloading things externally, so how in the world can they play Google Stadia? And of course, unlimited internet in US is the thing we have to deal with because reasons that make no sense, nor are there actual reasons other than companies just want your monies. But yeah. And I like keeping the wrapping. Period. So I don't get in the way to actually keep the wrapping. Period. So. Oh, come on. There we go. And as you can see, another interesting thing about Google Stadia is it comes in the same box. It comes in a box like Pixel 3. It is so weird. I mean, I know we have this whole minimalism thing. I mean, did it hit the Switch? Kinda, but I have so many boxes that look alike. That pretty much are the same white box, but with different branding. Oh, that's cool. Hold this for me, Google Pixel. Oh, that's a really nice feel to it. Does it have actual analog triggers? It might have actual analog triggers. It feels cheap. I mean, it is cheap. It's not like it doesn't feel $60 because it's like a $39 controller. It feels cheap like the Nintendo wire controllers and the Xbox wire controllers. D-pad actually feels really good. Doesn't feel nearly as good as Nintendo, but nothing does. Although it does feel really cheap. The D-pad feels like my knockoff Nintendo controllers. They don't even feel like 8-bit Duo, which 8-bit Duos are have really good D-pads. It feels really cheap. It feels $39.99. It doesn't feel $60, which it probably shouldn't. Is that the sticks feel really nice, and isn't that all that matters? Other than the buttons. The buttons are squishy. I mean, these are just first impressions about turning it on, so who knows? It is batteryless. By batteryless, I mean it uses lithium-ion. Basically, you charge it. You don't put new batteries in. Has a nice Google in the back. But yeah, basically, I mean, like, I don't know why you would use this over any of the big three. It feels so much cheaper. I mean, I'll be honest, it's like, instead of getting a pirated version, I mean, instead of getting a knockoff of the big three, or instead of getting a wired version of the big three, which is cheaper, instead of getting a cheaper version of the big three, you could get a first-party one that's about the same quality. That kind of sucks. I was expecting it to be a bit more higher quality than that, but I guess Google cheaped out, or Google was going for a cheaper experience or something. I'm not quite sure. I mean, that's what they're targeting for. They're basically for Google Stadia. I mean, Google's wires are always nice, but these are probably for the Pixel anyway. Like, you get premium wires, you get premium this because it comes off a freaking Pixel. It's off the Pixel line, and you get a not premium controller. I'm confused. I'm also confused because they make the overpriced Pixelbooks. Or they make the Pixelbooks, the Chromebooks, the overpriced Chromebooks. Basically, they're all the glory of a Chromebook, but $1,000. Which is not much glory in a Chromebook other than the cheapness of the price. Because it's so limited as an operating system. And yet they make something that's cheap. I mean, if you look at it, it's nice. The sticks are nice. Actually, what's the home button? Like, home button, again, it feels so cheap. Again, it is cheap, but I was not expecting a console competitor. I was like, basically, imagine if Xbox, PlayStation, were trying to challenge Nintendo with a controller like this. They would have lost. They would have lost so hard. PS1 controllers and Xbox Virtual controllers are not that, but then again, they're also more expensive. So yeah, I'm glad that I got it. It's just that it's priced adequately because I swear this thing's $39.99. And if it's $39.99, it's $39.99 for a good reason. The good reason is a cheap controller. It's the same quality as all $39.99 controllers. I was expecting a little bit better. Maybe they were going a bit easy on you, or maybe they were going a bit easy on your wallet. No, they're pricing it accordingly, which is upsetting. The promise of creating one place for all the ways we play is a long-held dream. Today, we're proud to see a dream coming to reality. Community of players is the core of Stadia. Thank you for being the first to gather around. You're welcome. That's Stadia team looking for codes. I remember I got 2 cameras now. Stadia controller gets started. I mean, to be fair, basically Stadia is going after people who have never seen or heard of a console before. Okay, I'll be honest, they've heard of a console, but they've never seen one. They've heard of consoles, but they always wanted one, never had one. Let's be honest. Okay, we'll put everything back in a second. Okay, sorry for controller. In case you never owned a console before, which they're expecting you haven't. And I can't blame them. I mean, and I'm mostly upset because, yes, to me this is a $129 controller, $149 controller, whatever it is. I mean, it comes with a Chromecast, which I might use. And that's like a $40-$60 Chromecast. And the controller itself is actually priced at $39.99. I swear. I could be very, very wrong. Okay, you need to get the Google Home app, Stadia app, turn on controller, set up Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi connects the controller to Stadia. You pick where to play, linking your controller wirelessly to the TV. Okay. Let me get this straight. How Stadia deals with lag, which we'll see how much laggy it actually is. How Stadia deals with lag is instead of connecting a controller by Bluetooth to this thing, to the Chromecast feels of actual quality. Albeit there's less going into the Chromecast than there is the controller, so it can be higher quality for its so it can be higher quality. So it's higher quality for its size. Oh, I'm in the menu. That's cool. So it's higher quality for its size. But why is the controller so cheap? It's like Google did not care about making this controller. I've seen $39.99 controllers made to a higher standard than this. But Duo makes them. Again, and it buttons from mushy. The D-pad could be better. The triggers are okay. They don't have any sorts of resistance, which is upsetting. Shoulders actually feel not bad, but they do feel cheap. Added resistance on the start and select, or lines and dots in this case. Share and screen cap has resistance, but they feel actually the best controllers, our best buttons so far. Okay. So you connect wire, which this could also mean that this is not a Bluetooth controller at all. If it's not, that's upsetting. I mean, you can only use it for Google Stadia, which is something we've gone past in this console generation. Okay. Oh, I gotta keep this thing out because why isn't that Bluetooth controller? Is it because you do not have Bluetooth Chromecast? Which, that's upsetting if you don't. Which makes complete sense. Yeah, legal stuff, which, yeah. Overall, I'm a bit upset with the quality of the controller. Yeah, I don't know why it's so cheap. I mean, okay, I know why it's so cheap. I know why it's so cheap, and it's simple. Like, this has better build quality than that. Albeit this is just a Ultra Chromecast. Like, think of it this way. You're someone. You could be someone who's under 18, or you could be or you could be a parent, and you want to get your first console ever. You live somewhere on the east or west coast of America, or in Japan, or in urban Europe, or in a European city, and you have the internet, and you have a limited plan to do this. You don't want to pick up a couple $100 console, but you do want to play AAA titles. That's fair. You for some reason have an internet despite not having a console, but that's beside the point. Maybe it's because that you believe you need the top-notch internet to work on your phone, but that doesn't matter. People have top-notch internet anyway. And then you get this, or you get the controller because this package is not shipped anymore. It might be shipped as the Chromecast Ultra Stadia bundle, but it's not going to have this controller. It's not going to have. It's not going to be anything like this. And then you get this out of the box, and you pick it up, and you press the button. That's what you hear for the first time. That's what you feel for the first time. That's the first time, maybe in your life, you have ever pressed a controller button. You move the trigger. That's what you feel too. You use the D-pad, and you get my point. You use the sticks. And to you, that is a AAA experience. To you, this is what pro gamers use. You do not know, you have no experience with Xbox, with an Xbox controller, with a PlayStation controller, with a Nintendo controller. You have no experience with controllers in this price range which are actually good. You have no experience with a, well, I mean, you have experience with a keyboard, let's be honest. You have no experience with a gaming keyboard. And this is your first experience with a controller, which to you has been held up as something given by God to humanity, to better its plans and whatnot. But you pick this up, and this is what you hear. I don't get that. Why did you do that, Google? Why? Why? Yes, making a $39.99. Yes, making a $39.99 controller for people who are trying to get a cheaper experience than console sounds like a good idea. But then you give them an actual $39.99 controller. You should give at least have the buttons be a bit better, the D-pad a bit better. My $5 controller from China, knockoff of the Wii Pro controller, is about this. It is about this. I mean, the casing's not nearly as nice, but it's about this. Why do you do this, Google? Again, you're the people that are trying to make Chromebooks into MacBooks, and yet you make this. I don't understand. I mean, I understand that you never made a controller before. That didn't stop me from never making a phone before, or anything, but yeah. So anyway, we're at the end of the video. What do I think of Google Stadia Fan Edition? I am disappointed in you, Google. Actually, let's flip cameras. Let's go with me, go fast. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, whoops. That's just me. All right. Like, Google, why? Why? If you're trying to do better than the consoles, I'm pointing at every one of them. If you're trying to do better than consoles, then be better than consoles. Don't make a controller which will be relegated into the dustbin of history, which I'm happy to own. I'm not upset with my purchase. This is a $39.99 controller. That is a $40, $50, $60 Chromecast, whatever it is. And this is in its own special color. I'm not upset. That is a good price. It's a good price for what this controller is. But the $39.99 Nintendo Switch Pro controllers are better quality than this. Xbox controllers in that price range are better quality than this. The only quality controller I have that's on this level is a 5-cent controller. From China, that's a knockoff. Basically, this is the worst controller you can make. And this is the standard controller for Google's console. That's not good. Of course, they're going after a market who cannot tell the difference. But they're also going to a market that might give up on gaming, that might cancel their subscription because the controller is terrible. That might give up on gaming because the controller is subpar. Terrible is the wrong word. I haven't used it yet. Subpar, build quality-wise, is a word for it. So we'll see. We'll see exactly how bad or good this controller is. We'll be doing videos of testing it. And yeah, hopefully what I read in the book doesn't matter, and hopefully you can use it on Bluetooth, and hopefully I can connect it Bluetooth on anything. Because connecting something it's like to cut down on like Google is smart enough to understand, especially with their AI. They're smart enough to understand that connecting something wireless to your router, unless you're right next to the router, which I am, connecting something wireless to the router, which connects wirelessly to your object in which you are, actually this, pull up my pixel there to the computer with Chrome browser, which connects wirelessly to that, which relies on that device having a good wireless chip. My Surface has a terrible wireless chip, because it's a freaking Surface. No. At least on the surface, that's a horrendous idea, but we'll see. Alright, but anyway, so is this worth it? Yeah. I'll say it's worth it. It's worth it at least to get it's worth this bundle of a Stadia controller and the Google Ultimate or Google Ultra is worth it. Plus, if it's give or take less than $40 for a fancy paint job, that's okay. That's the same range as every other controller. So yeah, I'm gonna go set up. So I'm gonna end up wrap up this video. Go ahead and set up my Stadia and start Stadiaing. I thought about streaming it. I'm not going to stream it. That would be horrendous for Google to test Google. It'll be horrendous because it's even horrendous now because I didn't know this was going to be a wireless controller that connects wirelessly to your router. So remember, if you stream with Stadia, or think about streaming Stadia, think again because controller wireless to your router wireless to your thing, the thing is to your console is wireless to your router again, which your computer is streaming, hogging bandwidth, which then the router has to send all of the game to your thingamawhatsit. The thingamawhatsit has to send all of the game inputs to your controller. The game controller has to, to the router to the controller. Then whenever you move a thingamawhatsit, and then whenever you move a control surface on the control thingamawhat on the controller, it goes back to the router, back to the thing. The thing goes back. The thing goes back to the router, which goes back to your router, which is trying to leave your house with your stream. That's not going to be good. I'm going to try it anyway, because why not? But I mean, there is a reason why this is wireless to your router. It's that way because Google Stadia is when you press this button, you get Stadia. You get to Google Stadia. So yeah, it kind of has to be this way for you to be like, I'm on my phone, Stadia time. I'm on my Chrome browser, Stadia time. I'm on my thingamawhatsit, Stadia time, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so thanks for watching. Do appreciate watching this video. It means a lot to me. It also means a lot to me if you check out the stuff after the video, like my book. Which I just released on Amazon. It's a sci-fi action adventure where you follow his wife and friends as they go on missions to help protect their perfect world they built over the last 15 years. There are hypersonic dogfights, tank battle, or multi-class tank battles, railgun battleships, and gigantic carriers, fighting over hundreds of miles. You also got power armor duels and power armor squad battles, and of course you got good old comedy and good old comedy elements and good old family time. Oh, and good old family, just nice, heartwarming moments. Alright, but anyway, so that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in a second.